Hello, 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 family. Welcome, 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 welcome. So today we're going to do a healing session, but we're going to focus on doing some restorative flow work. So flow is the state of being in, I want to say flow, but it's being in this kind of unconscious movement in which there's no struggle, there's no rumination, there's not anything except you existing in the moment. You're in control of what you're doing. So you can see this in different things. You'll see it in athletes when they're training, or if you've ever kind of been stuck in something like maybe a good book, or sometimes when you're like watching TV, you kind of just like zone out a little bit. But it's a little bit different than watching TV. It's just you're at such a relaxed state, and as well you're taking an action that we're going to work on cultivating those spaces of flow so that you can be able to use that in your life and really call upon that during times where you might be stressed. Work, life, just irritated in general, whatever it is. So we're going to have just a special healing session here. No crystals, just air. We're going to use our hands. We're going to do some tracing as well. So as usual, with your permission, may I say a prayer? Thank you. Okay. Dear Mother, Father God, now for our highest good, please connect us to the archangels, the ascendant angels, the Reiki masters, Master Jesus, Master Buddha, Master Kutumi. Please connect us to our ancestors, our spirit guides, and all for our highest good. Let us do this all to give us the opportunity to move and continue forward in our evolutionary path. And I say all of that in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. So I want you to think about something that you really enjoy doing. Something that's super easy for you to do. And as you're thinking about that, I'm going to just start to pull out. Just pulling out just kind of the ideas. Just pulling out each idea, allowing it space, whatever it is. It can even be something that you used to do and you no longer do it. Okay, I want you to think. H-I-N-K. I want you to think. Just go ahead and think. Relaxing. Okay. So whatever that is, bring it up and feel yourself at a certain time when you are doing that activity, and it's super easy. And I'm just going to go ahead and give you some energy just so that you'll have that direct stream to inhale. Inhale. Good job. Inhale. Excellent. Feel the cool air with each breath. Take a deep breath, filling up. Exhale, let it go. 2 more, inhale. Okay. Exhale, let it go. Final breath. Exhale, let it go. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful job. Clearing out a little bit. Okay. Now with your feet firmly planted on the ground, I want you to start to pull up the energy from the earth, the center of the earth, grounding energy, the energy of your ancestors, the energy of nutrients, like you're a tree, filling yourself up. Feet on the ground. Energy. Inhale, filling it. Rise up your ankles. Continuing to go up to your calves and your shin. Feeling that energy swirling around your kneecaps. Bringing it up, 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 up. The front and the back of your thighs, the sides of your legs, your bottom, pelvis, groin, hips. Just take a couple of moments to feel that. Feel the balance on both sides. If you feel one or more to the other, just really focus on either pulling up a little bit more from one side or just trying to balance it if you're feeling the energies like. Take your time, intuitively feel it, because you really know better than anyone how to balance your energy. And that might even mean to change your stance. Okay. So continue to breathe here. You're feeling that energy. You feel it in your toes, flats of your foot, the top of your foot. You feel it in your ankles, your calves and your shin, your knees. You feel it, of course, in your thighs. Continue to bring that up. We stopped at our hips. So bring that energy up now to our belly, our core, the center of our energy, our chi. Allow that connection to fill us up. So remember, we're breathing deeply here. So each breath, we're filling up that chi. Exhale, we're allowing that energy to flow outwards. It can either flow up to the rest of your body, it can flow everywhere, or it can flow to a certain position, a certain goal. Maybe something that you want to put a lot of energy into. So, taking your hands now, feet still flat, putting it right here, a gesture of receiving. Inhale, exhale, 2 more with your hands, filling up. Exhale, final breath. I'm actually going to take one hand, placing it behind, a connection from the front to back. Inhale, exhale, let that go. Taking that energy, allowing it to be intelligent, to go wherever it needs to go. Sometimes it needs to flow downwards, upwards, outwards, inwards, whatever it is. Allow it to be. Bring that energy up to your chest, your shoulders, clavicles, back, lower and upper back, shoulders. The place where you really hold up your confidence. When you see someone walk in the world and you see them confident, they're not shrugging. They have their shoulders back and their back up. Notice if you're doing something that you feel very proud of, you naturally want to put yourself out there like that. The reason why is because with the heart chakra, when we are connected to our purpose and we have a clear channel, we see that activated and your body actually responds to that. So then you naturally open up and you allow that to flow forward. So we're going to practice here, just connecting that energy. And you can take your hands right here, focusing. If you want to, you can rest this part on your chest, shoulders back. They're not hunched up like this. You're just letting them hang here. And feel your heart. Remember that thing that we were talking about. That thing that is so easy for you to do and brings you a lot of happiness. Imagine that you're connecting to that. And I want you to pay attention to your hands. As you breathe in and out, connecting to your purpose, allowing that connection to grow from your heart chakra to that destination. Pay attention to your hands. Do you feel anything there? Any tingling? Do you feel it more in one hand or the other hand? Are you feeling it in somewhere else in your body? Or do you feel nothing at all? All answers are correct. Or something different. Take a couple breaths here. So for me, what I'm feeling is I'm feeling these waves. They're kind of coming and going. From the bottom of my hand going upwards. And then it's still. And then it does it again. And then it's still. I'm feeling it a lot in my left hand. And that's also a connection with your hands together, with one being a gesture of receiving, your left hand and your right hand being the force that's pushing out. It can also be that connection as well. So just continuing to breathe here. Now, this area right here, especially if you're feeling any tingling, you can take this energy, this feeling, and this sensation, and you can continue to move it upward. So feel it in your hand, bring it up to your throat. A gesture of speaking your truth, living your truth, and being honest in who you are, feeling proud about who you are. There you are, breathing it in and out, clearing the throat. And it's also a gesture of clearing the thyroid as well. People who have had experiences when they were children, or even very big life experiences in which they were shut down in their speech, they couldn't say what they really wanted to say. Over time, that added accumulation of stress with that particular area can cause thyroid issues, endocrine issues, and an issue regulating your hormones in your thyroid, specifically in that area. I had met a lady who actually had an enlarged thyroid on one side. And she talked about when she was younger, she was told to be seen and not heard. And throughout her entire life, she kind of lived with that. So it's just an accumulation over time, over time, over time. And that really impacted what her personality was. Even when she spoke, she had such clever thoughts, very insightful, but she was very reserved and she took her time when she spoke. Even though there are a lot of people who maybe were not saying things as much quality and just were very free-flowing in what they were saying. It's just the way that her body had interpreted those experiences. And because that is an imbalance to what is natural to her, her thyroid began to grow. So this is always a space to find freedom. Now I'm changing my hand position, bringing one to the front, one to the back. Intuitively feel which one makes sense, okay? So right hand behind means that it's pushing forward, almost like to speak. If you're a fan of The Little Mermaid, and especially because there's going to be a remake, it makes me think of when Ursula stole Ariel's voice, and she was wearing it in kind of like this pendant, and it was very close to her throat. Remember, it was this beam of light that she just took out of her throat, put it in the pendant, and she was trying to get, old boy to like her or whatever, or to mesmerize him. But really, it's the same kind of gesture of, instead of feeling like you're losing your voice, you have an intelligent force there, an intelligent purpose that wants to speak up. So every time you breathe, you're allowing that to flow freely. And that energy that we pulled up from the earth, that energy and that reminder of flow is trying to get us used to speaking out and speaking for what we need easily. So it's just an exercise to continue to have that flow. And at the same time, you're paying attention to what makes most sense to you, what feels best for you. So a couple moments here. Now, you have some choices. Sometimes you might be feeling another way in which you feel like, okay, I need to pull the energy in. I need to make my voice bigger. I want to be heard. So there's different gestures, and just honor whatever it is. No wrong answer here. So right now, I'm feeling some tingling in my toes. And to me, it's indicating energy moving up through it and just moving up into that area. It's almost like I feel the hotness in my hands, around my throat, and in my toes. And now I feel my body warming up. And the reason why I chose this instrument today instead of the candle is because I want you all to be in the mindset of breathing in. A lot of times we're working with removing, but we also can work with filling up. It's an equal kind of gesture. We need different things. I'm feeling tingling in my hand right now. It's an equal gesture, and we need different things in different parts of our body. Just taking a moment to feel the energy. I'm feeling this particular tingling in my hands. I'm trying to think what it means. So just continue to breathe here while I'm processing. A couple more breaths. That's really interesting. It's almost like electric. Taking that energy upward now to the third eye. Okay. Clearing out the third eye. You have some choices here. You can choose not to have any contact with your third eye, allowing it to flow freely if you're having an experience, or you can make the choice to clear or cleanse out. It's really up to you. Finding which cycle makes the most sense, left or right. Continuing to breathe here. Just giving you some energy. So these are the fingers that are tingling. So I'm going to just place them here. Just give you that opportunity. And I'm going to trace. I'm going to do some traditional Reiki symbols and tracing, and you can follow them with your eyes, because I'm just feeling energy here. And I want it to be transferred in an intelligent, energetically intelligent way. So just inhale, and I'm going to do a prayer for that as well. So just continue to breathe, and I'll just do this. Continue to breathe here. Cleansing out, clearing out. I think this energy is for you, because I was not necessarily feeling like it needed to go somewhere in my body. So just being mindful that the universe is saying, have some energy, inhale, take a break, you got this. Bringing it up now to the crown. I'm just going to put my hands around your face right here. I'm going to ask you to just continue to fill yourself up with that energy. Okay? Clearing out that. To relax. And again, with the tingling finger, I'm going to just touch right here on the top of your head, okay? There you go. And feel that air. Feel the energy pulling up from your toes, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, bottom, core, shoulders, arms, fingertips, forearms, neck, clavicle, all the way to your face, all the way to the top of your head, and allow that energy to flow downward as well. Wonderful. Good job, good job, good job. Good job, good job, good job. Good job, good job. I'm going to take the top of your head now, okay? I'm going to pull up a gesture of elongating and connecting to the divine. Good job. I'm going to do a couple more of these. You are doing a fantastic job. Just continue to breathe and relax. And I think now that I've done this, I'm now getting some more clarity on like this tingling. It almost feels like pulling up weeds. Like there's a lot of beautiful flowers, and sometimes we just have some weeds, and those weeds take up the nutrients that we're trying to pull up. So it's like pull up the weeds. It's like, okay, I receive it, I accept it. Okay. Good job, good job. Okay, okay. God, please continue to root us down in our healing path. Allow us to continue to uplift each other in this beautiful community so that we continue to connect to our highest gifts, that we walk out in this world with our shoulders back and our heart connected to our purpose. Let us be able to clearly pull up the energy from the center of the earth to our heart all the way to the top of our crown and connect to you, the divine, the energy, and bring it back down. Letting the energy be intelligent and move to wherever it needs to go, clearing out our chakras, making sure they are balanced, and finding relief. Always being able to see the vision in front, and most importantly, loving ourselves unconditionally. I'm going to say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay, good job. Okay, so I'm going to disconnect. Do some symbols. Okay. Allow them to move in peace. Allow them to move forward. Good job. Okay. Some symbols for myself as well. Okay. Good job today. So today was really an exercise of pulling energy in, a type of energy healing in which we're in a gesture of receiving, and we're teaching ourselves these new patterns. The most important thing we can do is really own our responsibility to be the proponent of change in our life. Sometimes, even though we put ourselves in environments or relationships in whatever kind of capacity, in situations in which we feel like this is not for our highest good, know that if you can't take a drastic step, you can't instantly quit your job, you can't instantly move or something like that. If that is not an option for you, then take the small step. And the small step means you're choosing a different pattern. Okay, you're in the environment, but you don't necessarily have to engage in the same way you did before. Okay, you know what? I don't feel good around me, but I'm going to do one thing for at least 5 minutes a day, and I'm going to stick to it, and I'm going to lift myself up. And when I feel good there, I'm going to take another step and do something else. Either something that I would like to do more or extend the time. That is up to you. It can be anything you want in your life, but really take care of yourself and know that you are infinitely loved by the community, by, most importantly, yourself. And of course, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, is there for your connection. We are all pieces, of God. So, if you haven't heard it today, I love you, love you, love you. So until next time.